Hey, 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 beautiful people. So you already know I got to get myself set up. My computer acting weird today. Okay. So, okay, it's day 13 of me walking. The goal for the day is to do 4 miles. Yeah, that's the goal. 4 miles. I don't have any input, I don't have a particular time that I'm trying to hit. Okay. Take a little longer to get together today. It's a beautiful Wednesday. Sun is out. I don't really see any clouds. It means it's a good day to get out, be active. So if you work from home, try to go for a walk for about 30 minutes and just get out of the house. Okay. So let me go ahead and get my walking pad going. Okay. Let's get walking. I'm going to start at 2.5. You already know. I start at 2.5 to get my legs going. I always come with topics to talk about, but feel free to jump in the chat and throw some things at me. Today feels like a good day. Okay. I'm getting my feet underneath me. When you just start, your body can feel a little off. So I got my notes, I got all my stuff together. So I talked to you about my goal for the day. My goal for the day is to walk 4 miles. And then for the month, it's just to be consistent Monday through Friday. So that's my goal for the month of April, to walk Monday through Friday. I try to go for a minimum of an hour. So, I might even start walking outside. I said I might start doing that, so I can get some fresh air and get out the house. So I got a couple of things I want to talk to you all about. And one of those things being this waist trainer. I want to talk about waist trainers in general. I had the waist trainer on yesterday, and somebody asked me about it. Well, they told me I shouldn't be wearing a waist trainer. But let me tell you all. First of all, let's talk about the waist trainer, and let's talk about the purpose use that a waist trainer can have. So my opinion on waist trainers were, to me, I feel like it was always a gimmick. It was a way to make money off of what women thought would help them shape up their core versus just doing the natural work of nutrition, eating right, the normal stuff, right? So I feel like a lot of times businesses will put things out there just to make you feel like it's going to help. But as I was telling the person yesterday, there are some pros for wearing a waist trainer outside of what they tried to tell us it was, supposed to be used for. I use it, and I only got it on today just because I want to talk about it. I had it on yesterday because of my back, but I was like, I'm gonna wear it again just so I can talk about it. So the reason why I wear the waist trainer is really for my posture. So sometimes my back, my left side, y'all, I'm getting old. My left side starts to give me problems. And instead of buying an actual like back brace or anything like that, especially if I'm just walking, these waist trainers work just fine. So those are kind of pros. It has posture support, and it also keeps your torso upright, so I'm not slouching. It could be a motivational tool. I think it's just like a placebo. When you feel like if you feel like you're using something to help mentally, it kind of motivates you to try to do the right thing. And then it's kind of like the belly wraps that most women use for postpartum. So yeah, as long as you're not trying to use the waist trainer to like cinch, there's other ways and good reasons you can use a waist trainer. So I just wanted to bring that up because somebody mentioned it yesterday, and I want to make sure I gave another perspective on what waist trainers can be used for. We already know that the cons of using a waist trainer. They only give you temporary results. So as soon as you stop using it, you're not going to keep those same results. Discomfort and breathing. Vincent, what's up? Hey, 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 how you doing, Vincent? Um, it causes internal organ compression. So yeah, that's the only reason why I want to talk about the waist trainer today. I don't want to give it too much more time, but I really just want to talk about it because I had it on yesterday. So I decided to wear it again today, just to kind of give you guys a different perspective that you don't have to use it as necessarily a waist trainer. It can help with posture. So it has multi-use. Okay. So now that I talked about that, even though I'm sure somebody's still going to get on here and say, why do you have on a waist trainer? The fit is fly, laugh out loud. I'm well today. How are you? Well, thank you. Sometimes I like to, match. I'll put on a good outfit on days I care a little more. But I'm doing pretty good. It's Wednesday, so you already know what that is. I call it hump day. That means we're halfway through the work week and we're getting closer to the weekend. So we just got to keep pushing through. So I'm doing pretty good. Anytime the weather is nice, it's a good day. So I'm doing pretty good. So another topic I had for today was, I always try to talk health and wellness, fitness, I try to bring that to the table. So I said, let's talk about gym etiquette, do's and don'ts. So tell me what you don't like or what you do like when you go to the gym. What are some things you don't like that people do? One thing I put on my list of don'ts is don't talk to me when I have my headset on. People love to talk. Sometimes I don't even have music. Well, I don't go to the gym really anymore. But when I do, sometimes I don't even have music playing. I just have the headsets on because I'm hoping that would deter people from wanting to talk to me. I don't like people asking how many sets I have left. Okay, Tom, I hear that. Right? I don't like when people ask me that same question either. I remember one time I was actively using this piece of equipment, and someone came up to me. So it's not like I was just hogging it. I was actively using it, and they came up, which I understand why they're asking. They're trying to get their own workout in, but it's like, just wait. You asking me gonna make me go a little slower. First thing I dislike is someone taking up a machine doing TikToks. Okay, so I did have that on there as well. I did have that on there for mine too. I said long breaks on equipment, like texting. So I guess you could say doing TikToks, talking to somebody on the phone. I do understand that people are going to take breaks when they're working out. I mean, duh. But yeah, I don't like that either. I don't like when you just sit on the equipment. Now, if you're there early in the morning, it's not really anybody in there, then cool. But if you're at the gym when it's really busy, yeah, just don't sit on the equipment. Another one I said was unsolicited advice. I do not like when people try to give unsolicited advice. Now, because I've had people come up to me and ask me questions. Like I used to go to more of like a private gym, and there was a time or two a person would come up to me and say like, "Hey, can you help me figure out, what I can do today? I'm trying to work legs." Okay, so I'll give them some information. Not wiping their sweat off the bench. Okay, yes. That's another one. Not wiping equipment down. I don't like going to the gym. People don't do that. I honestly wipe the equipment regardless. So once I get off and before I'm about to use a piece of equipment, especially depending on what type of equipment it is. Like if it's cardio equipment, I probably don't wipe it down like before I'm about to use it. I'll make sure I wipe it down after. But before, if it's something I'm not really gonna be touching a lot, like the Stairmaster, I don't really touch the handle. When I walk on the Stairmaster, I don't really touch anything but the start button and the speed up. But when I get off, I make sure I wipe it down. Um, one of my other things I don't like, as I said, using multiple pieces of equipment. So I get when you're doing certain sets, um, and you're bouncing from one piece of equipment to the other. Once again, save that for when there's not a lot of people in the gym. Okay? Because that's one thing I can't stand when somebody will get off a piece of equipment, go to another. You're thinking, it's free. You try to get on there, and they come back and like, oh, I was still using that. You weren't even over here. So I had the not wiping their sweat off the equipment. I had that as being something you need to make sure you're doing. I thought that's non-negotiable. You got to make sure. So that was underneath my do list. Spilling other pre-workouts that are all over the water fountain. I can't make this up. I haven't experienced that yet. I have not experienced someone spilling their pre-workout. I feel like most people I know take their pre-workout in the car when they're sitting there trying to motivate themselves to even get out. So I haven't experienced that one. So my do was, like you said, wipe the equipment. Oh, my other one was re-rack the weights. Make sure you re-rack your weights when you go to the gym. Hi, big fan. I don't know how to say your name. I'm just gonna say the first part, Yada. But thank you. So re-racking the weights, I said, was a big thing because sometimes you're trying to find dumbbells or certain, equipment, and it's just all over the gym. So re-rack. I'm doing pretty good today. No complaints. Hey, I'm getting it in. I'm walking. Another day of consistency. So I'm doing pretty good. That's the OG written rule. Laugh out loud, re-rack. But it's like, even though it's the OG written rule, I just increased my speed to 3.2 miles per hour, y'all. We trying to get it in today. I'm 22 years old. Okay. Old enough to drink. But yeah, even though re-racking the weights is an unwritten rule, I feel like some people don't do it. I think most of the time is just being lazy. Probably tired and just didn't feel like doing it. But I hate having to take people's weights off, especially if I want to use the squat rack. I don't want to have to take your weights off. What was another one? Oh, personal space. Okay, y'all, don't judge me. But okay, which one help with? Tell me. So just like fellas, I know y'all have this unwritten rule. Y'all go to the bathroom and like how you're supposed to be spaced out. I feel the same way when it comes to the gym, right? I feel like when you go to the gym, let's say I'm either on a treadmill or I'm on a Stairmaster, it don't matter. Space it out, okay? If I'm on, let's say the first one, don't come to the one right next to me. Go to like the third one. I mean, if there's no other place to go, then of course, by all means, get on the one next to me. But if all the Stairmaster machines are open and I'm right here, you ain't got to use the one right next to me. Don't judge me, y'all. Watch out for knives. Are you talking about what was in the news about was it a stabbing? Yeah, I think it was a stabbing at the track meet about sitting the tent. Well, I haven't had any of those type of issues when I go to the different track meets that I go to. So, college fees. Do I look like I got money? I look rich. Am I giving the aura of rich? That's why you asking to help with college fees. You better become a content creator. I'm trying to not be struggling myself. You just mean, laugh out loud. Thank you, MH. I tried to stop looking like a bum for y'all at least one time this week. I'm not mean, Vincent. Everybody knows that's the etiquette. That's why we're talking about this etiquette. Space one over. But by all means, if all the Stairmaster machines are occupied and there's one right here next to me, go ahead and get on. I must look rich, Yada. Oh, my last one was encourage, don't judge. So that is a do. That's on my do list. I feel like I don't care the size of somebody, what they have on. I feel like once you walk into the gym, we all, you know what I'm saying? We're a community in the gym. Anybody who took the time, courage, energy, motivation to even get in there, hey, we in this together. So I know for a lot of people who may be in bigger bodies, they have a hard time. And this is what sucks, right? A lot of people who are in bigger bodies who really want to go to the gym, I've always heard people say, I want to get fit first before I go to the gym, which I know is kind of backwards, but a lot of times because they don't feel secure in going to the gym and not being judged. But I feel like if you're in a bigger body, you motivate me when I see someone in there trying to lose weight and being motivated. So that's my do. Encourage people, don't judge. So if you ever see me in the gym and you do need help, sometimes I don't have the best face on, but if you come up to me, I promise I'm going to smile and I can help you out. Because a lot of times people come up to me and they're like, well, you look like you know what you're doing. Can you help me? I got you. I look like a Power Ranger. That's funny. Okay, what's my name? I'll be a Power Ranger. Why I can't have no more? Well, it's fried chicken, not fried. But why Mario? What you trying to say? So y'all hit me with some more do's and don'ts of gym etiquette. Like what are some things you don't like to see or don't want to happen, or things that you think needs to happen that's a requirement when you go to the gym. So we already gave out some pretty good ones. I'm just trying to help anybody out there who don't know the gym etiquette way. But I think the most important one is if somebody got headsets on, let them be. It's not the time to talk. But what's my name though as far as the Power Ranger? Y'all give me a good name. They say when you look good, you feel good. So I thought I'll give it a try today. But today is definitely a beautiful day. So I may even, after this workout, this is a workout. After I walk, I am going to make myself some lunch. And then I might go for another walk outside. What's the name? Oh, okay. Oh, dang, Mario. You think I'm fat? Okay. That doesn't bother me. I go with my Beats purposely see my whole ear covered, right? Yeah, I tend to use the AirPod, but I did get some new headsets, so you're right. Maybe they see the whole ear covered. Um, what's the name of the machine? So this is called Jag Jog, but you can find different walking pads on Amazon, TikTok Shop, Google. This one costs $107. I'm very transparent about where I got mine, how much it costs. But you can find cheaper ones for like $39. I need to get Jag Jog to use me as I'm marketing and doing ad sales for them apparently. Hey, True Blessings, good to see you. Oh, I didn't. Dang it. See, I needed you to remind me. Okay. I'm about to make a note to myself. Mental note. Okay, I have to try it. See, that's what I did the other day because I was trying to figure out everything I needed to get when I went. Because I went shopping on Sunday. Well, yeah, I went shopping Sunday morning, and then I did some juicing and stuff like that. Okay, so now I gotta remember. Well, I'm glad I didn't because you probably would have missed it if I had done it the next day. But okay, the lemon berry, right, Vincent? I need an endorsement deal. Yeah, we got something to look forward to. So I'm definitely gonna remember. I don't know how I forgot. I only have a really good memory. So yes, I will do it. The lemon berry. Matter of fact, I'm about to make a note to myself right now on my computer. That way I don't forget. Because this will go to my phone. Lemon berry. Okay. That's something forward to. I think it's smarter to buy more expensive ones as it would last longer than cheaper ones. So that's what I said. I did say that I think sometimes you get what you pay for. And so at one point I was trying to go for the really cheap one because like I've said, I know people are probably tired of me saying this, but I wasn't sure how consistent I was gonna be on the walking pad. So I was just gonna buy something on the cheaper end. That way, if I didn't use it, I wouldn't feel like I was wasting my money. But at the same time, I was like, well, sometimes you have to invest the money to, motivate yourself to be active. So I felt like if I invested the money, I'm gonna use it, right? So I think 107 for what I paid for is probably right in the middle because I think there's some as high as like 160. And I think those are the ones I told you guys at incline and it can go a little faster in speed. This only goes up to 3.8. Mario, yeah, just don't go to Kentucky Fried Chicken after you finish walking. Blah, blah, blah. If I want to, I will, Mario. I always think it's funny how people who don't have a profile picture always got something to say. But I thank you for being on my live, for commenting. You're just doing so much for me. So it's okay, Mario. You keep talking. You talk your talk, boy. Right? I don't know why my notifications don't go off for live streams. It's okay. I'm always here 11 o'clock, Monday through Friday. So whenever you have time to get on, and I also said I was going to start getting on Sundays. Maybe not every Sunday, but as many as possible. That way, a lot of times on Sunday, I'm probably going to talk about juicing or nutrition or something to that effect. I won't be on the walking pad. The weekends I rest as far as working out. But Monday through Friday, I'm here, 11 o'clock. The goal is consistency. So far I'm at 22 minutes on the walking pad. I'm going to go ahead and increase it to 3.5. We're trying to get to that 4 miles today. Y'all make sure y'all like this video. It always gives me encouragement. Because after you get off of as you all know, this is my 13th day going live. And so I'm starting to learn more and more and more about how this all works. But after you get off, it gives you like analytics. So it shows me the views and the likes. It's always so encouraging to see what the numbers really were once I get off. So thank you for the encouragement. Yeah, I'm definitely getting these steps in. So my goal for today, not in this, walking session, but my overall goal for the day is to walk over 22,150 steps. And yes, that number is very precise because I have a walking app and it said my goal for today needs to be to do more than I did yesterday. So yesterday I did 22,100, like 48, 49. So we're going to at least do 150 for good measure. Lord have mercy. I appreciate it. You are a great live streamer. Thank you. I'm learning. Day 13. I'm learning how to be a live streamer. Would it be safe to lift light weights and to use the walking machine too? But you mean separately, right? Or do you mean like as I'm on here, maybe like have some light dumbbells or something? I would use like my I never thought about that. I guess I could use my 3-pound dumbbells if I wanted to walk on here with those. It'll kind of be like power walking. So yeah, if you're talking about walking on the walking pad with weights, then yes. I would say I think that would be a good idea. As long as they're light enough to where they're not going to throw you off too much as far as what you're trying to accomplish. If you're trying to more so get your steps in and you're trying to go at a fast pace, make sure the weights are at a, 3 pounds or lower. But yeah, that's a good idea. I may have to bring my weights on here next time. So I used to do, I have walking videos on here, you all, where I incorporate walking, not with the walking pad, but just in your living room, walking for 30 seconds, and doing an exercise for 30 seconds, and I just do that for like 10, 20 minutes. So check out some of those videos. Each one teach one. Hello again, my queen. Hello there. Hey, LJ, you look like a queen to me today. Hey, Pow Pow. What's going on, Pow Pow? Yeah, I decided to at least look like something today. It's Wednesday. I'm feeling pretty good, feeling motivated. So I said, let me look better than a bum today. Yeah, at the same time, just to make it more interesting. Yes, that's a good idea. You actually gave me something to include. You know what? I'm about to go get my weights. Y'all just wanted me to fall, didn't you? Somebody in there thought I was gonna fall. I got on smoothly. I'm doing good too, Papa. Good weather. I'm happy. So you mean like this? I just getting some weights? Okay. Look at you changing the game on me. But then I feel like I'm moving slower. But it's making me work. Okay. Adding the weights. Yeah, I definitely don't think I could do anything much higher. I could probably do 5, but I think the amount of time that I will hold it wouldn't last as long. Right now, I'm going 3.5 miles per hour, so using these weights is actually pretty good. Weather is cloudy. Okay. Well, if it's hot, that's always a plus. Maybe the clouds will help. So another topic I had down for today was fitness on a budget. So let's talk about fitness on a budget. Because I mentioned in another live that after COVID, all the fitness equipment started getting expensive. I went to a store the other day. I went to a couple of stores. So I thought they were charging like $1 a pound, meaning like if I got like a 15-pound dumbbell, it would be around $15. Why for a 15-pound dumbbell is like $20? Am I just cheap, y'all, or do y'all agree with me? That is a lot. I think $15 is a lot, or $20 a lot for a 15-pound dumbbell. I love spring, but not when it's too humid outside. Because I'm from Florida, humidity doesn't bother me at all. A lot of times I'm in a hoodie. And I think at one point it was because I had low iron that I was always in a hoodie. But now I just think my body has adapted so well to like humidity that I can walk around in sweatpants and a hoodie and be content, spring or summer. So yeah, fitness on a budget. Fitness on a budget. I just hit 1 mile on my watch. Let's see where I'm at with the walking pad because they are normally off. Oh, I'm almost at 1.5 miles on the walking pad. Folks always they need machines to do workouts, but they can do it without machines. I like to watch videos. Oh, prison style workouts. I didn't even think about that. Yeah. Vincent said, saying I'm in a hoodie, even in the heat. Pow, pow, $50. That should be the price for your special. Aren't you so nice? Yes. Y'all, the juice I made on Sunday is called Homer Simpson because it's a golden yellow. Pow Pow named it for me. I'm actually going to drink some more of that today. I already finished one of my other 16-ounce jugs or containers. But yeah, so fitness on a budget. The number one way you can do fitness on a budget is body weight. There are so many different body weight exercises you can do. You like I don't know how to say your name, but yeah, you don't have to use a machine to necessarily work out, especially as a beginner. So doing things like body weight squats, push-ups. There's so many different variations of squats you can do that work different muscle groups from your inner thigh, doing sumo squats. You got lateral lunges you can do. There's just so many body weight exercises you can do that also give your body that extra push. So fitness on a budget, hit the body weight. A lot of core exercises you can definitely do that are body weight. I used to always tell people for my number 2 way to do fitness on a budget, use household items. Okay, so for instance, these are 3-pound dumbbells, right? You can get like a jar, like maybe a 20-ounce bottle, put a whole bunch of coins in it to make it heavy. Got you a dumbbell like this size. So you can use that for walking. So if you don't have the funds to get 3-pound dumbbells, fill a jar up with coins, a Coke bottle. You can use gallon water to use. You can use it like you would a kettlebell. Only in the movies. Right? You just never know what you're going to get when it comes to the prison bodies, right? So even though they do the prison style workout, some of them, but and y'all don't jump on me, but y'all already know men already like to focus on arms. That's all they care to work is arms and chest. Most men, I think all. Let me take that for y'all, beat me up. Not all, but most men like to work on arms and chest, which I get it because women, we like to focus on legs, back. But yeah, if you have stairs, so whether you live in an apartment complex or, your home has stairs, you can use the stairs. I've never been in prison. I'm a good guy. And I hope you never go to prison. I could never go to prison, you all, because I am claustrophobic, okay? That thought alone, them bars or door shutting, because I was a law major in school, so we got to visit a prison. And yeah, no, it's not, it's just not for me. The freedom in itself should, deter anybody, but me being claustrophobic takes the cake. So y'all don't got to worry about me. So yeah, I was talking about the stairs. So I've used stairs before to work out. You can put books in a backpack. So if you want something to squat with, if you got a backpack, you can put a whole bunch of books in there or just things that are heavy, but will at least sit comfortably on your back. Use that. Do some back squats. Affordable equipment. So I went to play it against sports, right? So back in the day, Play It Again Sports was supposed to be a place. Well, this is what I thought. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I thought Play It Again Sports was mainly for hand-me-down items, kind of like a Goodwill, I would say, but for sporting equipment. But why, when I went there last week, they had Academy prices and regular, like, regular prices. I'm like, I was looking for a basketball and a football for my nephew because we wanted to just go to the park, you know. Man, I was like, but these prices, I'd rather get an on brand one. So Play It Again Sports used to be where you could go. But if there's another place that's similar, I recommend going to a place like that. You don't have to buy the fanciest equipment, the most expensive to get the job done. If I was to show you what kind of my home gym looks like, you'll see it's very simple. It's more freestyle weights, battle ropes, are good, versatile product to use, piece of equipment to use, jump ropes, resistance bands. Those are all on the cheaper end that you can buy that will still get the job done. Some people use the adjustable dumbbells. I don't really know if that's cheaper, but I guess as far as space, maybe that's the category it may fit in. If you have a smaller space, maybe using adjustable dumbbells. I'm glad y'all having a whole conversation about what y'all talking about, Harry Potter. Okay, Vincent, I missed you. It's changed now. Yeah, it's very expensive. Yeah, getting equipment, but that's what COVID kind of did. COVID changed a lot of things for people. It showed us that we didn't have to go to the gym to work out, and so guess what? They're going to change the market to fit what is happening. So because people are buying a lot of home equipment, guess what? They're going to increase those prices. Supply and demand, right? So, yeah, Vincent, you were right. It changed. My fourth thing for fitness on a budget. So we talked about body weight, using that as a way to work out. Changing what items you use instead of getting like dumbbells. You can use weighted items. Affordable equipment instead of looking for your machines. You can use battle ropes, medicine balls, jump rope, resistance bands. But the fourth one is gym alternatives. I think I talked to you all about the fitness parks they have, especially if you live in Georgia. There are a lot of different fitness parks. So if you Google it, you'll see they have a lot of outdoor parks you can go to for free. The equipment is not going to be the same necessarily as a gym, but I was going to a lot of fitness parks and it's fun trying to explore some of the different equipment they have and just being outside. So gym alternative, go to a fitness park, go to a community center. I'm not really sure if the pricing of those have changed. But I know there are some community centers that you can go to. And YouTube workouts. See, I already know I got to shout myself out. You can do some of my YouTube workout. I mean, I'm a small creator. But I do have some YouTube videos where you can work out from home. A lot of them are using the 3-pound dumbbells for my beginners or my 12-pound dumbbells. I normally do arms on Monday, lower body on Wednesday, then full body cardio or strength on a Friday. So, yeah, the fitness parks are cool. And it's outside, of course. Yes. So I think now as we go into spring/summer, I'm going to start going to more fitness parks. Maybe I'll try to live stream from there. That'll be something new for me as well. But maybe I can, do a live stream of me being at like a fitness park. There's one in Peachtree City that's actually really, really cool. They have a regular part right next to the fitness part. So adults, if you want to get your workout in while your kids play, it's a good place to go. These dumbbells have definitely changed the game as I walk. I'm going to keep walking with them for about 2 more minutes because I want to increase my speed. And that's one thing about using resistance is when you're trying to move a little faster, you got to be mindful of when to use weights and when not to. So because I want to move a little faster, at my 40-minute mark, I'm going to drop these weights, okay? So I got about 45 more seconds. But walking with these, I think are definitely going to be a game changer. I'm going to at least incorporate these for about 20 minutes into my workout, probably the first 20 minutes. But I like it, so good job for recommending. Got about 30 more seconds, and then we putting these bad boys down. So I do have another topic we can talk about. How to stay motivated on bad days. So the way I stay motivated, well, hold on. I hit my 40-minute mark. Put these down without them falling off. And I'm about to increase my time. Okay, so now we're at 3.8 miles per hour. What shoes do you like to walk/run in? Curious. So right now I have on Nike, and a lot of the shoes I wear are normally Nike. But to be honest with you, the reason why I normally wear Nike is sandals. I think the reason I normally wear Nikes is for the aesthetic. Like they just, they got a pretty good look to them. But let me tell you, the shoe I really like wearing or the brand New Balance. There's been a few times where I've worn my New Balance shoes. I think they have a lot more cushion. I don't know. I think they're just made for someone who's a little more active. I use Nike too or Adidas. I haven't worn Adidas yet. So what got me into, and I really don't know if I want to touch this topic or not, but I'll just throw it out there. I ain't got to stay on it long. But when I first went, so I used to go to like little ninja gyms, right? I would go to the ninja gyms, and I don't know, some of you may not be familiar with what it is, but like American Ninja Warrior. So I used to go to those type of gyms because it was like fun and challenging, and they have like a warp wall. And the warp wall, you got to try to run up, and it, kind of goes at a certain like curve, and you got to try to reach the top. So I used to always wear Nikes, and then I got picked up for the show, and it wasn't until I got picked up, now everybody's telling me, oh, make sure you wear New Balance. So I wasn't familiar with New Balance as far as I knew the brand, but I wasn't familiar with how good they were until then, to be honest. So I have 2 pair. I forgot the name of the type of shoe it was, but there was a certain shoe they said I should wear because of the way the bottom was. So I wore that on the show. I didn't make it to the warp wall. Let's just, spoiler alert. I didn't make it to the wall, okay? So I never really got to use these shoes to get up the warp wall, but that is the reason why I'm now a New Balance fan. I feel like anytime I run long distance, that is the shoe to wear. New Balance. Hey, Dark Bunny. Air Force One, Nike Air Force One. Okay, so Vincent, I've seen those shoes and I thought about buying them because they look like they have a lot of cushion on the bottom and they look like they are a really good shoe to wear. So yeah, y'all keep throwing some. If you are an avid runner, and when I say you run, you at least run over, we'll say 3 miles. I'll keep it low. But I do want a good shoe for if days that I do feel good and want to try to run. So yeah, throw out some more shoes. But I definitely like that one. Vincent, the main thing, you don't wear Crocs with white socks. That's horrible. You shouldn't wear Crocs at all. When I tell you, my nephews love them some Crocs. And I don't understand. I took my nephew to play basketball last week, and I just guess tennis shoes kids don't wear no more. Because every child out there had on Crocs. I'm like, they not know they were coming out here to play basketball? Because why all them got Crocs on? I guess they put them in sports mode, and they're good to go. I used to want to be on one of those shows, Laugh Out Loud. So why didn't you try? The first season I auditioned for, I did not get picked up on. And I was like, y'all ain't gotta worry about me no more. I did not get picked up, and I was like, cool. I mean, who likes rejection, right? But then the next season, they reached out to me. I got picked up. No, I don't think they're a new brand. Vincent, you might know more than me. They do look comfortable. I've heard that Crocs are actually very comfortable. So I think a lot of people like them for the comfortability versus the look. I can't knock it till I try it, I guess. So maybe I need to invest in some Crocs. Because clearly the kids know something that I don't know. Oh, I'm supposed to talk to y'all about how to stay motivated on bad days. So, staying motivated on bad days, meaning days that you don't really want to work out, but mentally, you need to. So I always say do a smaller workout. Sometimes when you look at the big scheme of like what your workout was supposed to be, you already exhausted, right? Especially when you think about having to go to a gym. You gotta get your outfit on, get in the car, you gotta drive there, then you gotta be social. So the thought of even having to get yourself up and through all that, I just say do a smaller workout at home. I think sometimes, even with walking, right? I think a lot of times people downplay walking because it's not as intense and it doesn't have you sweating, immediately. But walking is cardio. So walk around your house, walk out front, walk in place. You're still working out, okay? So if you're having a bad day and you just need some motivation, start small. Excuse me. My nose is becoming congested. Remember your why. So remember why you're doing it. Remember whatever goal that you're trying to set. I know there's been a few times where I didn't really feel like working out, and I'm like, ugh, I'm trying to get this goal. Let me get myself up. And sometimes that will motivate you. My shoe coming untied. I was not about to hear all that clicking of my shoelace. Not about to aggravate me. So, also, once you get started with your workout, the energy will come. I don't know how many times I've started walking on here, and I'm just like, ugh. I don't feel like walking. And the minute I get going, I'm like, okay, that wasn't too bad. I feel energized, endorphins are released, and I start feeling good. So trust me, out of these 13 days I've been going live on this walking path, there's probably been 50% of those days I really didn't feel like getting on. But once I got started, everything was pretty good. The fourth and last one for how to stay motivated, use music or videos. So, anything that gets you hype, play your workout music. Something's gonna get you pumped up. Maybe watching podcasts or videos that are talking about fitness, or if you have certain goals you're trying to reach. I know there's been a time or two, and even though I'm not trying to say idolize anybody, or I don't want you trying to necessarily look like somebody else, but there's been a time or two where I've seen a very fit person. I'm like, let me get my butt up. So use it as motivation. The distance runs are hard first. Stay motivated. What's the furthest distance you do, Benson? I notice when I listen to music and work out, my breathing is off. Yeah, it's funny. Sometimes I have caught myself when I have done a longer run workout. I have caught myself doing my military cadence. Now, I never had to call cadence, but I sometimes find myself calling cadence just to keep myself on a rhythm. But the music pumps me up. Music will get me going. I try to go off the beat. So I use sometimes the beat of the music as a rhythm to keep myself. Sometimes you just need a good pace going. So if you use the music, it'll get you right where you need to be. So yeah, y'all chime in. Let me know what's the furthest you have ran. I want to know. I'm interested. And what shoes did you have on? Let's combine the two. The furthest you have ran, and what shoes did you have on? Hold on. What you said you did a record on the treadmill? There we go. I gotta start moving with my left hand. Told me. Oh, so you were in shape. You were in shape at 17, pow pow. Doing records and stuff. So I'm at 2.85 miles, 323 calories burned. Let's see what the time is. Okay, I'm at 52 minutes. I wasn't expecting to be that far along, but we trucking, y'all. That's why I tell you all, when y'all chat with me, it makes my walking go so much faster. The goal for today is 4 miles, okay? I got to hit a minimum of 4 miles around 7-mile loop, but the furthest was 10 miles. I had some terrible Nikes on, shaking my head. Yeah, I think the most I've ever ran was right around 10 miles. Yeah, same for me, and I also had on some Nikes. But I think moving forward, I will be wearing New Balance because, yeah, I have to push through when I have Nikes on. They don't have enough cushion. Yeah, I know as a boxer, Pow Pow, you definitely had, y'all are always running to build y'all stamina and endurance. So I'm pretty sure you definitely ran a lot of miles. Hey, boo, welcome on. Thank you. Y'all to see how my face just lit up when my friend got on. It's been a long time, Pow Pow, since you ran. We're getting older. So that's why we walking. One of these days, I'm going to try to see how long I can walk. And y'all keep me company. I think yesterday I probably did close like 4.5 miles. Yeah, we had to run a ton for racing and wrestling. I was late getting out of a meeting, but I'm here for accountability. Thank you, friend. It's okay. I already know how that life goes and how all those meetings go. So the fact that you're even on right now, that's all that matters. So Vincent, you were a wrestler? Okay, that's one sport I've not taken the time to really learn the rules and how it works. I mean, I think overall you're trying to just pin the person down, and don't beat me up for getting it wrong. But I think that's the overall premise, right? To pin the other person. But I still don't understand how you get points. So wrestling is the one thing that I need to like look up, do my research. It's all good. I Papa, we are Army sisters. Oh, did Papa did you ask a question? Oh yeah, this is my sister, Pow Pow. She's my friend's sister. We started off as friends, and then she became more like my sister. We've known each other now, what, 14 years? Oh, okay. So yeah, I'm pretty sure wrestling is a very good sport. I think someone asked me the question the other day of which sport or which one do I like the least, and I think I might have said wrestling. I'm sorry, but it's probably because I'm not knowledgeable enough with it. So I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna get some knowledge about it. I'm gonna understand it, and I bet I'm gonna like it after a while. Papa, you're so funny. I know, Vincent. Ouch. I know. I just don't know. And I think because of all, what's the wrestling called where we know it's fake? What's it called? You know what I'm talking about? Where they be jumping off the ropes and flipping. Like, maybe it's because I've seen too much of that. But I'm pretty sure you did the real thing. You know what I'm talking about. WWE. Okay, yeah, that's what it is. Yeah. I think I've seen too much of that and it just comes off too fake for me. So, but you are, sorry. I did have something else I want to talk about when it comes to fitness. We talked about waist trainers so far, gym etiquette, do's and don'ts, fitness on a budget, how to stay motivated on bad days. In my last one, I'm going to give you 7 out of 10 ways you are sabotaging your health. And the only reason I'm giving 7 because I don't really like the other 3 that I saw. So I'm going to give you my 7 that I did like. I mean, I think everybody knows Hulk Hogan, right? But okay, so the number one thing of how you're sabotaging your health is by saying, "I'll start Monday." Ooh, dun dun dun. How many of you have said, "I'll start Monday"? Hmm. How many of you have said it? So that's the number one way you're sabotaging your health. Normally you want to start, the next morning in that moment. But saying your wait to that Monday is just building time and space for excuses and for you to say, oh, well, at this point, I might as well start next week or next month. Vincent, you've said it. I mean, I'm sure I've said it too, especially when it comes to like trying to eat healthier than what I already do. I'm like, I'll start Monday. But I know now that I have to start immediately, especially when it comes to sugar. If I say, okay, I'm going to start cutting out sugar, I got to start it immediately. I'm even giving away food. Like the other day, my nephew came over here. I gave him my cookies. I had some, I forgot what type of, the Keebler cookies. I mean, I did eat a good bulk of them already, but hey, let's look at the good thing. I gave them away, the few that I had left. So yeah, that's number one way you're sabotaging your health. Number two, chasing perfection. The minute you have one bad meal or you miss one workout, you're like, oh, I failed, I messed up, I might as well quit. Right? We've had that moment where we had a stressful day. We may have, or we went out with friends. We might have, had too much to drink, eat. We were too tired to go work out. So we just quit. But the thing is, what you have to understand is the same way you working out for one day or you eating healthy for one day, you didn't reach your goals automatically, right? In that one day. So it also works in the opposite. You missing one workout, or you not eating healthy for one day is not going to mess you up. So the thing is, pick yourself back up the next day, let what happened go, and keep moving. It's the consistency that's going to mess you up. If you're consistently not working out, if you're consistently having bad eating days, that's what's going to mess you up. So don't chase perfection. Understand that there are going to be days, like for instance, I said I was going to do strength training workouts Monday, Wednesday, Friday, walk every day, Monday through Friday. What was that? I think this was past Monday. My body was tired coming off the weekend. I just wasn't feeling it. And I was like, you know what? I'm not going to do the morning arm workout. At first, I kind of felt like I didn't say a failure, but I was like, dang it, I'm already messing up my consistency with, even though I still got on at 11 o'clock to walk, I didn't do my strength training. I didn't really feel like a failure. I just said, okay, we'll pick it up another day. I had to be, just be okay with it. Hey, Joey. Thank you. I remember you from yesterday, Joey. So be okay and understand that you're going to have days where you don't feel like eating healthy or working out. Take the L, pick yourself back up, and get going the next day. That one day is not going to stop anything, but if you keep adding days to it, it will. Avoiding discomfort. Some people don't like discomfort, and I don't mean pain. So let's make sure we're separated the two. I don't mean pain. What I mean is, for instance, let's say you're working out for the first time on a Monday, right? You wake up the next day, you're like, oh, my body's sore. Okay, it's not in any pain, but it's uncomfortable, right? Because you use muscles that you haven't used in a while. So now your body is sore. But the honest thing is, if you work out, it actually loosens it up. But a lot of times when people are sore, they're like, oh, my body is sore. I can't work out today. So that discomfort makes you stop. And then it's hard to get moving again because you're like, I don't want to feel that sore again. Oh, yeah, I didn't realize I hit my hour. Whoop, whoop. And I'm at 3.54 miles. I hate when I do that. I'm such a planned person. I'm a planner too, so I definitely get it. So when things don't go the way you want it to, it just throws you all off. But So yeah, number 3, be willing to fight through discomfort. When you're just starting to work out, you're going to be sore. They say the peak of your soreness normally happens around day 2, 3, and then it'll start going downhill in a good way from there. So that's why you got to push through. The more you work out, the better it gets. Hey, Maria. Yes, I remember you. So, Pow Pow, I talk about that saying, no pain, no gain. No gain, no fame. No fame, no gain. I've never heard it like that, Pow Pow. That's new. But we don't want no pain, no gain. So we don't want the pain necessarily. But yes, Maria, I remember you. Hey, hey. So my 4th thing of how you're sabotaging your health is you're coping through your cravings. So how many of you use food as your comfort? I'm guilty too. Whenever I start to feel stressed or just not having a good day, I will say there have been times where I wanted to use food as I just want to feel better. But once again, it's all about if you're consistently doing it. Oh, you just made that up? Well, look at you. Rapper Pow Pow. Cause the rhyme game was on point. But there's been a few times where I have used food as comfort. And so the thing is, try using, and I told you guys, I use Twizzlers. Sometimes I use Twizzlers, or what else do I like to use? I mean, that's the main thing right now. But I've also learned to kind of try to push through. And sometimes it just means I need a real meal instead of using like something snackish to eat. So try not to use food as your comfort. Try to go to something else, because that's another way you're sabotaging your health. And once again, if you're doing it a lot, it's okay to do it from time to time. But if you're consistently doing it, once again, the word consistent, I'm gonna start writing that as my key word. Because if you're consistently doing it, that's what's gonna cause the problems. So 10 ways you are sabotaging your health. We talked about procrastinating, chasing perfection, avoid discomfort, coping through craving, so not using food as comfort. Number 5, fear the unknown. Sometimes when we don't know what can come from what we're about to do, which I'm not sure if this one, and that's why it's number 5, because I don't think it happens often, but I'm pretty sure there are a few people who are unsure what their body may look like once they lose the weight. For some people who are in bigger bodies, they worry about, once I lose the weight, what will happen without that fat? Will I have to get it removed? Will it tone up nicely? How will I look? So some people have the fear of the unknown when it comes to what their body will look like as they get in shape. Sometimes I got a question. Because I want to open my own barbershop. No, Pow Pow, this is wallpaper. I wanted my place to look a little more aesthetically pleasing. So no. Amazon. Number 6 of how you are sabotaging your health. Thank you, Maria. Number 6, comparing versus competing against yourself, your old self. So we all know that when it comes to social media, that's the one thing we all do, is we'll compare ourselves to other people. And that's where we're making our first mistake. You got to look at genetic makeup, lifestyle choices, what their goals are. Everybody's different, right? So When you compare yourself to somebody else, that's your first mistake. You could definitely do that, Papa. You could do that. Um, they have all type of different looks. If you just, I'm pretty sure if you Google it, you'll see there's all different types of looks. You have to make sure you order enough. I think I had ran out and had to order more. And then they always say if you don't order it all at one time, the colors may not match up. So you gotta be mindful of that. So it's better to order more than not enough. But yeah, back to point number 6. Try to compare yourself to other people on social media. When I tell you people take angles, they use AI. There's all type of different things you can use nowadays that can change a person's picture or even video. So unless you've seen that person in real life, but I don't recommend using somebody as a goal. Be your own body goals, okay? And go against your old self. There may be pictures of you when you were younger or when you look the way you want to. Just use yourself as motivation. Use yourself as the goal. You don't need nobody else. You're funny, Pow. The last point I had for 10 ways, my number 7, 10 ways you're sabotaging your health, was you're quitting at resistance. So quitting at resistance basically is almost close to avoiding discomfort, but quitting at resistance is anytime you're pushed with some type of challenge, that's when you quit. Some people continue using 10-pound dumbbells because they're comfortable. Now they can, they maybe only could do like 5 dumbbell curls initially. Now they can do 10. So now they're comfortable using that weight because they know once they increase that weight, they may go back down in reps. So it's like, I want to stay where I'm comfortable. So you want to avoid that resistance, that pushback you may get from your challenging workout. Going 30 minutes, I started going an hour on here. And that's when I started to get tired, close to an hour. Yeah, I've been doing close to 90 minutes. So I'm pushing against that resistance of wanting to quit, wanting to stop, and say I did my hour. I'm at 71 minutes right now. I'm pushing through. So now my ceiling is a little higher. It was an hour, and now I low-key like doing a minimum of 75 minutes. So you're so nice when you start laughing. Papa, I laugh a lot, so. Woo, I don't know why my nose is running. But I just hit over 4 miles. So that was my goal for today, was to at least hit a minimum of 4 miles. So big ups for that. But is that treadmill connected to the power or it goes battery? So that's the only downfall I have when it comes to this walking pad is it has to be powered. So I have to connect it to the wall. I wish it did come like where you could buy like a battery pack or something for it. I mean, I guess the whole objective of going to a park is to walk the park. But I would have loved to just like take this to the park and just walk without having to actually walk the perimeter of the park. Maybe set up a picnic. But yeah, it has to be powered. I did buy an adapter because I was thinking about maybe walking outside on the balcony a couple of times when I go live. So I did buy an adapter yesterday. That way it can also connect to my extension cord. So it gives me a little more space because this cord is not long at all. That's low-key why I have it like at an angle because I had to make it fit where it would be as close to the outlet as possible. Yep. Yeah. So Jack Jaw works amazing. That's what this brand is. It comes with the remote. So really, I could probably keep this around my wrist, but it's kind of loose. But you can keep it around your wrist. It has a way you can change the speed up and down. The M in the middle is where you can change different settings with the time, distance, calories, and speed. And then it has the pause button. That's one thing I like about it. The thing I was telling you all, when you try to pause the equipment at the gym, baby, you got like 30 seconds to a minute and it's wiping everything clean. But I like the fact that when I pause this, it will stay there as long as it's powered on. So I can jump on, jump off, and resume my workout with no problem. I can't walk with a treadmill like that on the balcony. Otherwise, people will think I'm doing the moonwalk. Or let them think. Shoot. They'll want to join you, I'm sure. If they got that much time to stare. But I think I am going to try going outside. That way I can get some fresh air while I walk. I'm going to try it, though. I'm going to try it this week. I'm going to go outside and walk. Most people should be at work at this time. So no one should be paying me any mind. So once I get to 75, I got about 20 more seconds. I'm going to slow it down a little bit. You all know I always talk about warming up and also doing a cool down. Y'all give me some more topics I can hit y'all with each day. It doesn't always have to be health and fitness. It can be trending topics of what's going on. Naturally, I am going to talk about some health and wellness stuff. But if there's anything you want to talk about, you ain't about to have me fall off this thing right now. If I slowed it down, I could, but not at this speed. So I'm going to slow it down to 2.2. That way we can slow my heart rate back down. I'm probably going to try to walk to 4.5 miles. So I'm at 4.34, I think it was. So what is everybody eating for lunch today? Give me some lunch ideas. I've been doing a lot of fish lately. So give me some ideas. Boo. Okay. I wasn't talking to you, Vincent. I was talking to the person below you when I said boo. Oh, chickpeas. Chickpeas are such a hit or miss. So I had chickpeas one time from a food truck. Man, that meal was so delicious. Then I went to this place. What's the name of the place? I can't think of it. It's like a miniature golf place. I went there and ordered chickpeas. Kapui. 0 stars, do not recommend. So I feel like there's a certain way chickpeas have to be made or cooked for seasoned, maybe. Because, the second time around was a no for me. But that sounds good, Pow Pow. Vincent, that sounds good too. Well, thank you. I don't remember you getting on here, I'm not going to lie. But I remember you moving forward, okay? Get on my lives, and I'll definitely remember you moving forward. Chickpeas are lighter than beans. So I do think chickpeas are lighter because I do think beans have like a heavier effect on you when you eat them. It makes you feel full. But I'm just, how do you cook them? How do you cook your chickpeas? Oh, thank you for reminding me. Yes, I do remember. Oh, that's what you're gonna eat today? Do you have an so you okay, you like fried chicken, macaroni cheese, and potato wedges. I mean, that do sound good. It don't sound the healthiest for fitness goals, but that sounds delicious now. I do love some mac and cheese. You're right, Vincent. That was my first mistake. I'm gonna start sticking to my fruit food trucks. And the thing is, I even asked the waitress. I was like, "Are you sure these chickpeas is it good? Have you tried it?" She didn't care. She lied to me and told me it was good. And I'm not one to argue with anybody at a restaurant. Okay, I'm just gonna eat my meal. Unless it's just too bad. There's boundaries. What is putt putt? I went to a miniature golf. You ever heard of like miniature golf? Pow pow. Okay, LJ, I would cook chickpeas with pasta one day. It's sort of a cheap meal, but healthy too. Okay. You owe me a couple of meals at this point, Pow Pow. You done told me you'll cook a couple of things. You eat 4 eggs every day. You must got some money. You know how much eggs cost in this economy? And you eating 4 eggs every day? Woo! Yes, it's mini golf. And it's like a fun spin on it. They got it like arcade style now. But I'm still stuck on these 4 eggs every day. Send me some. Okay. No, you're right. Eggs are awesome, but I'm not paying $8. Well, the last time I looked, it was like $6 for a pack of like 12 eggs, and that was like some weeks ago. So I can only imagine what the cost of eggs are right now. So, oh, so you eating Chick-fil-A? Okay. I'm not gonna say much about them. You you can keep walking in and out. What up, Hot Wang? You and this name. Every time I see it. 4 eggs every day. Well, I hope you guys sleep alone in the bedroom. Yeah, eggs will definitely. Yeah, I get what you're going with that, Pow Pow. Hey, Diary of a Lazy Runner. So, Diary of a Lazy Runner, are you actually a runner or like do you run miles? Because we were just talking about this earlier. So I'm interested to know. Do you feel better after exercising, like mentally and physically? Oh, I feel a lot better. I feel energized. I feel like Highlander, hi. Amir, the delivery driver, hi. What's up? I just got, I've walked now for 80 minutes, a little over 4.5 miles. I currently run half marathon. Woo! What is it? Is that 13? Is that, what is it? Is it 12 and a half or 13? Is that 13 miles? Oh, it's pronounced hot wing. Okay. Oh, I thought the country would be hot wang. That's how you say it too. If your country, it should be hot wang. Hear me out. The most unhealthy but best tasting appetizers are at Top Golf, and I don't know why. I have not been to Top Golf in a while. I think because they went up on their prices a lot too, especially if you want to be on like the second or third floor. I thought the first floor is very boring, but if you want to be on like the second or third floor, they started increasing their prices, and I was like, I'm okay. A fitness channel recommended 3 eggs, but I have a disorder. I can't eat three. I eat four because it's an even number. Well, it's funny. I'm kind of like that sometimes, but three is my favorite number. But I don't like odd numbers either. Do you like cheese, LJ? What do you think about it to add in a diet? So cheese is a good protein, but because of my stage 4 endo, and I don't even want to if I could say blood type, because sometimes certain things don't work well with your body based off your blood type. But if I realize that if I eat cheese, like fresh cheese, my body does better. But I can't do like the packaged cheese. It has to be fresh. Otherwise, it'll inflame my body. But I do think, just like anything else, if you eat cheese and portion control, moderation, it's good for you. It's a good protein. I mean, it's small compared to other things you can eat, but it does give you some protein. Who got 3 baby daddies? I like feta cheese. Are you O negative, Papa? Yeah, there's just if you Google, I mean, the best thing to do is to go to a lab. But I mean, who's trying to pay all that? So for the most part, there's been plenty of people who've already gotten this done. I mean, even though I know it's per person, it should be individualized. But if you do Google it, it will kind of give you a general idea of like what foods are best for your blood type, and just for you in general. I haven't gotten that done, but for the most part, I just listen to my body, and yeah, I've learned that certain cheese, well, I'll say like frozen cheese, or like, what I'm saying? I can't do the packaged cheese. It has to be fresh. And it at least works in my body a little better. So I'm going to walk for about 5 more minutes. That'll put me at 90 minutes for the day. Close to excuse me, 7, close to 5 miles. So I'm pretty sure yesterday I probably came close to walking 5 miles. If not, I did walk 5. So I think that's the most I have walked on here so far. It's 5 miles. I like cheese, but I don't eat little portions, low fat, good portion. Yep, you're right. My gym instructor said pasta is the unhealthiest thing ever. Huh. I wouldn't say it's the unhealthiest thing. I think there's a lot more things we could put before pasta, but hey, that's their opinion. Sure. Are you a runner? I used to be a track and field runner in college. I'm not like a distance runner. Sometimes, well, I used to run a lot more before I had a lot of these military issues starting to hinder me. But I used to enjoy running a lot. I felt like it was a great way to like get outside, get some fresh air. I used to call it my office because I felt like I could think. So anytime I had something that I was having a hard time dealing with, I would just go for a run, and I felt like it would clear my mind. So I've always wanted to do like a half marathon, but my standard would be not to walk. And I feel like I'm not at a place to where I'm 37 years old. I have to do low impact stuff because of my military medical issues internally and physical. So I definitely love running. Yes. Running has been in my life since I was like 5, 6 years old, but I was more of like a sprinter. And then in high school, I would do cross country because I was a 400-meter runner. So the distance running like prepared me endurance wise for the 400. Of course, like in high school, we were only doing like 3 miles. I have the most I've ran is 10 miles before, but I used to do like little not the competitions, the runs around the community. I used to do a couple of those and I actually enjoy them. Did you mention where the active wear came from? I didn't mention it. I don't remember. I'm cheap, so I know it didn't come from any of your big brands. I will tell you that. This is not a name brand outfit I have on. And look, it still did the part, right? So yeah, no. You won't see me wear a brand. So I don't know where I got this from, to be honest. This is one of my older outfits. I've worn this in a couple of videos already. Not live videos, but like fitness videos I've done in the past. So let's see where I'm at right now. I'm at 88 minutes. 4.81. I'm 32. Watching your stream makes me want to do more exercises. Your voice is so unique. Well, thank you. I appreciate that. I'm trying to get myself motivated to do more workout videos instead of just coming on here and walking. I think I got a little discouraged because I was doing my resistance videos, I think at 7:30, which was a time. Well, I was doing it at 7:30. But what I think was the issue was a lot of people are going to work or, taking their kids to daycare. So I wasn't getting as much engagement with my workout videos. So that kind of discouraged me, to be honest. I did it for like a week. You can finish it. You have the physique. Oh, you have the physical. I didn't try to say the physical. I just made up my own word when I said physique. Unless you want to compete at a very short time, although you'll start out by a walk around strategy. I am 40 and started 2 years ago. I completed 2 hours 40. Okay, 2 hours 49. That's pretty good though. 2 hours 49. What's that? I can't do the math right now. What's that average per mile roughly? Yeah, I think because I want to compete at like a high level, I think that's where I just got to get that out of my mind. Like, be okay with walking, be okay with not being in front of the pack. So I definitely think I could finish a half marathon for sure. I'm with you with that. I think we should eat healthy, okay, but I can't live my life without eating a pizza sometime, or pasta, or an ice cream, or French fries. I'm with you, pal pal. I think life can exist with those things. I just had pizza the other day. I still need to lose weight so I can be lighter. I'm just a social runner. You don't look your age. Well, thank you. That's the goal. That's what motivates me to keep working out. I feel like working out keeps the age off for me. So I'm gonna look up some half marathons and see what's the time frame for when those will be happening. And maybe I'll try one. I think that needs to be a bucket list for me. Is doing a half marathon and just having fun with it. Is a burger healthy? Yeah. A burger is healthy. It's just what you put on the burger that can make it somewhat unhealthy. It's normally the condiments that make it unhealthy. Like if you're using like a lot of mayo, ranch, I call it the white condiments because sugar, sour cream, things like that normally are high in fat. But eat your burger. Be in the front, right? Vincent, don't do me like that because I'm so competitive. I would definitely want to be in the front, but at the same time, know your strengths, right? I know I'm not a distance runner, so I think at the end of the day, I'll be okay if I'm not at the front because I know this isn't what I do. So I think mentally, I'll be okay if I'm not winning. Float like a butterfly, sting like a bee. You so funny, Pop Pop. I am South Africa. I can circulate. Oh, calculate. Okay, not miles, but kilometers. There's around 8. Oh, you rolling? Yeah, you rolling. Okay, well, you'll be in front of me. Yeah. I'll have to work up to that. I used to be able to run a pretty good mile. I think my fastest mile was maybe like in the 6 minute area. But if we're talking about for a half marathon, I think I'm gonna be like 10 to 12 minutes. I gotta train. I gotta see what my military body will let me do. Because even when I've been walking on here for a while, I feel like my hips start to tighten up. That's why we're so your support LJ, showing you can be a healthy person, eat junk food. That's one thing you're gonna do, pop out. You're gonna motivate me to keep the balance between healthy and junk food. Sure. Let me see. How do I? Okay. Comment if you can on one of my videos. You can just say hi or something like that, just so I can be able to go back to your channel later. Because once I close out of this, for some reason, because I'm still learning this whole thing with live, but I can never see the chat once I log out. So just so I can remember your name and then we can connect. Lazy runner, you're welcome, my friend. Maria, can you run fast? Are you talking to me or Maria? Or are you talking to Diary of a Lazy Runner? Because I feel like Diary of a Lazy Runner, she can run fast. A mile, I am around 10, 12 minutes as well. Yeah, I feel like if I was doing a half marathon, that's where I would be. Because I think the last time I did 10 miles, that's roughly where I was. Like, I think the higher end of the 12-minute. Do you save? So I do save the live streams, but I'm not sure how to get the chat to stay on there. So you're able to see if you go under the live tab, you can see all the other lives I've done. And maybe I just got to play with it because, like I said, I am new to this. But maybe I have to play with it a little bit to see how do I pull up the chat to correlate with the live. But yeah, the lives are all saved. So this is day 13 of my live journey. See, I don't know if you can, Vincent. That's what I'm saying. I don't know if I can save the chat. So that's why a lot of times I forget some things that are mentioned in the chat. I try to remember and then I get off and I'm like, dang it. And I have no way of reviewing it. But I'm going to play with it, like try to mess around with YouTube and try to see if there's a way for me to see the chat. Okay, we got a riddle, y'all. Why didn't the skeleton go to the party? Because it was afraid to come out the closet. What's the answer? Okay. LJ, you are motivating me to do the same. When 2 days ago you told me I love ketchup, I was like, I said to myself, wow, she's a normal person. Pow, you are so funny. You say some random stuff. Okay, cool. You left a comment on one of my previous live. Okay. So yeah, I'll go once I go on there, we can figure out a way to connect from there. Give me a little bit of time after this live though, because I'm probably gonna make myself something to eat. So I will reach out to you today. Just give me a little bit of time. Yeah, I just hit 5 miles. Well, I'm a little over 5 miles. Hey, this thing say 577 calories. Wrong. Skeleton didn't go to the party because he did not have anybody to go with. Okay, that's a good one. So if y'all missed the riddle, it was, hold on. It was, why didn't the skeleton go to the party? Okay. The answer was because the skeleton didn't go to the party because it did not have anybody to go with. That's a good one. Or am I just corny? Because I thought it was funny. Teresa. Yeah, come on. Walk. You get your own walking pad. You can walk. Um, you can walk in place. Or, just keep me company. So yeah, I'm low key. So my right now it's at let's see, what am I at? I'm at 97. So in a minute and a half, I think my walking pad is gonna stop. So we're gonna see what it do. We'll see if it throw me off. I like it. Laugh out loud. You thought it was a good joke too, huh, Vincent? YouTube algorithm recommended your live. I think it's a dope. Nice to meet you. Oh, that's awesome to know that YouTube recommended my live. I didn't even know it does stuff like that. So I'm glad that it did because I'm on my journey of being consistent. That's what I'm trying to teach myself is consistency and understanding that as long as they stay consistent, there will be success at the end of it. Um, so yeah, y'all are along on my journey as I do this. So Monday through Friday, I'm here. I'm in Georgia. So USA, Georgia. LJ, that's true. YouTube is full of content creators who say, don't eat this, don't drink that. You said, I love ketchup. And I said, finally a person who loves healthy life without obsessing. Yeah, I think that's what I say makes me different from most trainers is, yeah, I don't believe in just cutting everything out. I mean, if a person's if they're at a certain point in their life where they need to cut everything out, ooh, it's about to keep me off, y'all. Let's see. 5, 4, 3, 2. Oh, oh, it has. Okay, not quite. It's about to kick me off though. Yeah, I believe in balance. Don't nobody want to eat grass all day, aka salad. You know, you got to balance your life, and that's why you got to balance the working out, the eating healthy, the eating unhealthy. You got to take the good and bad and balance it out. I feel like it's working for me just fine. Well, I'm not technically in Atlanta. You know, people get a little sensitive when you say you're from Atlanta and you don't live in Atlanta. So I just put Atlanta as my location because it's the general area, but I live on the outskirts. I don't like peaches. That's one thing I don't like. Well, I'm not a even so yeah, Georgia is a Georgia peach, but I'm a Florida girl. Okay, so it didn't just stop on me. So I just hit 99.99 on the walking pad. I thought it was gonna just turn off on me or throw me off because normally it'll just jerk, but it didn't. It just stopped. Um, and my watch is like in workout. So yeah, I put it. Hold on, y'all. I'm going out all out of order. I am on day 2 of 80 days fitness challenge consistency. I guess as well as been live yesterday running, and today I was jump roping. Okay, so I have to check you out and support your live as well. What time do you go live? That way I can show the love back. I'm a small content creator. I'm trying to get into this. So I love showing support to anybody else as well because we all need the help to get there. So let me know. Put it in here what time you go live so I can show you some support as well. I'm not only cause you dress like you're so funny, Papa. She's bound because she's been there and got the trophy as a D1 athlete. Laugh a lot. A lot of trainers have never rented suicide on the basketball courts. They act a little ridiculous. You're right. I used to play basketball as well. I've done cross country. I've done track. I was pretty diverse. I tried gymnastics, tap. My parents had us in everything and kind of let us just pick which direction we wanted to go in. So fitness has always been like a part of our lives. But yeah, I just believe in balance. I mean, like I said, if you're somebody who's so far away from your goal and you really need to just lock in. Sometimes you just gotta lock in, put the unhealthy foods away and just lock in for a little bit. And then you can balance it out. But yeah, I don't ever say no to what you can do. I just say modify. Uh do you it's so yeah, I put that it asked for location. I heard that when you put your location, it normally does better. So I just put Atlanta. So yeah, I just did that because it says it helps. Do you wear the belt all day? No, Teresa. I talked about this belt earlier today. So I don't wear the belt for like the typical reasons why people wear waist trainers. I wear it because my back was hurting and it keeps my posture good. But I really just put it on today just because I want to talk about it. But you probably won't see this belt that many more times. It's like here and there I may wear it. Uh, dedicate this whole channel for activity, right? Jump roping is actually really good. I think people. Oh yeah, I'm being nosy outside. I saw something outside. I think jump roping is tough. I think the longest I've tried to jump rope without stopping is 10 minutes, and yeah, that's some good work. I'm thinking about jump roping. Well, no, I'm not gonna jump. I'm not gonna lie on here and say I'm gonna jump rope. It wasn't on my mind, so no. I'll probably walk a little more later on today. But the other day, last week, I was thinking about jump roping, but just the thought of it, I was like, I'm okay. I can't jump rope like I used to. That's not a jump rope. That's a hairband. You're so funny. You always got jokes. Yes. Uh, people like um Eliza. Is that how you say your name? You're funny to me. You make me laugh. Five five that go smoke cheddar cheese. I've been in so many streams, but yours is my favorite. It's been a pleasure listening to you. um, I enjoy when you get on here and talk to me. So please join me for more. That you already know I'm on here. I try to get on here. It's already 12:50. Yeah, 12:50. So my normal plan that I get on here is about 11 ish. I try to get on here right at 11, but sometimes it's like 11:05. And so right now I'm walking for about 4 miles. So yeah, at any point that you have time, come join me. I enjoy having you talk to me. I'm a small content creator as well. We could definitely grow together. I'm definitely gonna reach out to you today. Like I said, just give me some time. I definitely will. Um, yeah, you keep being serious about it as you on my live. So that's why it's funny because you're on my live. So remember that. Appreciate you. Appreciate the support. So y'all remember that. Whether you think you're giving me bad support, it's really good support because you're helping me with your comments. So thank you. Diary of a Lazy Runner. I go live around lunchtime. Okay, so hold on. So what time? What time is that here though? It's now almost 7 p.m. I go live around lunch. So is it lunchtime my time or lunchtime your time? Because it's lunchtime right now for me. So right now it's 12:52. So it's almost 1 o'clock here. You're miserable, aren't you? I'm gonna keep talking to you only because you're giving me engagement. So are you miserable in life? And that's why you got on my live? Because thank you. Thank you. And I was dancing for myself, but if you want it to be for you, because you need that for yourself because of how you feel, you go ahead and take it for what you want it to. It's 6:52. Okay, so 6:52 where you at, but you've taken a lot of time on my live. So you haven't scrolled past. So you scroll. Let me tell you what to do. You scroll past it, okay? Scroll past me. Or if you don't want to, you stay right here. You listen to what I say and you stay right here on my live. um, no, Diary of a Lazy Runner. What time is it? So I can get on your live. L Jamie and Pow Pow can mod at any time. Y'all, I could easily block that person if I wanted to. It don't bother me. I think I talked to y'all about trolls before on one of my lives. I said that's what I used to be worried about, is people coming over here and trolling me. But after I had my first troll, I learned that it works in my favor. It's good engagement. They're taking the time to sit on my live and watch me. So haters are you know what I'm saying? Haters are good to have. It means you're doing something right. So thank you. I'm doing something right, y'all. Cheers. Um, I think I'm actually more in your head that you feel like you're not on my level because you got to remember you're on my live, so you're on my platform. So I think that's what you're forgetting is yeah, you're supporting me. It's 7 p.m. right now for me. So yeah, if it's 7 p.m. right now for you and it's basically 1 o'clock here, what time your time did you get on today? That way I can figure out the timing. That way I can support you. Um, I think it would be early for you. We are 6 hours apart. Yeah, so we're 6 hours apart. So what time did you get on today? and so I'm guessing I'll at least watch you. I may not be up and actively working out with you, but I'll at least get up and try to watch. So I'm guessing if you get on around noon time, that's probably what, 6 a.m. my time. Oh, you said 4 hours ago, so 1, so 12. Oh, that was like 9. Okay. So I'm gonna go to your page. I'm gonna put the notifications on there. That way I can check you out. It's always good to support somebody else. So okay. So yeah, I'll make sure I check yours out. I'll try to get on YouTube around 8, 9 o'clock to see if you're on. I'll do the notification. That way I get the little bell notification. Papa, you're so funny. Of course, you already know. You already know I'm gonna support. Y'all are entertaining. So to sum up today, you all, if you just got on, thank you, Teresa, for subscribing. I did a total of 99 minutes of walking. Um, we talked about waist trainers, other ways you can use them, gym etiquette, do's and don'ts, fitness on a budget, how to stay motivated on bad days, in 10 ways. Well, I only gave 7, but ways you're sabotaging your health. Hey, Faith. So, Faith, you missed it. I did a whole thing about the waist trainer just for you, and you missed it. So, Faith, I did a whole thing about the waist trainer because I know you mentioned it yesterday, and I want to talk to people about other ways the waist trainer can be used for. So that's the reason I put it on today because I really don't need it. But I put it on today just so I could talk about it and so people could see it because some people may not know what a waist trainer is. But I was talking about the pros and cons of a waist trainer, and that the main reason why I had it on was for posture and support for my back, and but that is not needed. But it's okay that you missed it. It's okay. But you gave me a topic that I could speak about. So that's the only reason why I thought it was interesting because a lot of people love the waist trainers. And so I just want to talk about it. But thank you for complimenting my outfit. So that means I got to start getting some cute outfits because a lot of y'all were commenting on my outfit. So that's a good thing. But yeah, Diary of a Lazy Runner. I'm on day 13. Um, I had never gone live before, and so that was something that I was trying to challenge myself with doing, is going live and just seeing how I feel about it, like doing something out of my comfort zone. I don't like being in front of the camera live. I don't mind recording a video and editing it and then posting, but going live, you never know what's going to happen. And once it's out there, so I was a little nervous, but a friend of mine told me to do it. And so I said for the month of April, I'm challenging myself with getting on here Monday through Friday and walking, um, and trying to just talk about health and fitness. So health and fitness is something I'm very passionate about. So I just thought, that's the best thing you can do as a content creator is talk about something that you're passionate about because I think it will show, you know, it'll show in your videos. Uh, don't worry, Jay. You can have a workout while you wear a fur jacket. You're funny. Wear a fur jacket, pow pow. Thank you, Vincent. You all coming on here and give me positive words of encouragement. It keeps me motivated to even get on here. It's showing me that it's okay to get out your comfort zone. It's validating for me that just trust the process and everything's gonna go smooth. So thank you, Faith. So yeah, I just thank you guys for such the positive words of encouragement. I'm about to get off of here, go eat some lunch, but I will be back on here. I have strength, but I lack endurance. So I mean, that's what low intensity walking also helps with the endurance. So you don't always have to do high intensity like running to build your endurance. Like today, I walked 5 miles, a little over 5 miles, and it felt pretty good, pretty easy. I think it was in a pretty good time. A fur jacket in the summer of Florida. So yeah, so I'll be back on here tomorrow around 11 as well. My goal will be to, I think, y'all, I'm starting to increase my walking goals. It started off at 3. Now I'm at a minimum of 4. So I think, yeah, it's my new goal. My new goal is to walk a minimum of 4 miles, and we're getting to that 5 mile mark. Hey, Charity. So yeah, Charity, you're coming on the tail end of my workout. So I just got done walking for 99 minutes. I did a little over 5 miles. My goal is to get on here and kind of talk about some health and fitness things. I deal with stage 4 endometriosis and adenomyosis, so it's a medical condition. I also have some military injuries that I deal with. So I'm trying to get on here, be encouraging, try to keep myself motivated and going. Because at one point I was at a place where I didn't want to be active anymore because the level of where I wanted to be, I just couldn't sustain anymore with my injuries. So I'm trying to do low impact walking, and I'm loving it. And I love talking to you all. I know you all come from so many different places: Italy, Australia, Turkey, South Africa. So it's amazing to connect with people from all over the world. Um, so yeah, I'm seeing what this is doing. The goal is to be consistent, and I challenge you all. I say this every time before I get off. I challenge you all to do something that makes you uncomfortable in a positive way. And like I said, my example is coming on here and talking live. Um, Vincent, enjoy the rest of your day, Pow Pow and LJ. I'm going to get some work finished up. I'll catch you on the next one. All right, Vincent, I'm getting ready to sign off as well. You all join me tomorrow, 11 o'clock. And then Friday, I'm going to do a morning cardio workout. I'll talk more about it tomorrow, though. But as of right now, eat you some good lunch or dinner, depending on what time it is. Drink some water and join me tomorrow, 11 o'clock Eastern Standard Time, for another good workout and good topics. So y'all leave some topics underneath some of my other videos. So there's something in particular when we talk about tomorrow, leave it for me and we'll talk about it. Charity, you're so beautiful. I'll be checking you out again, watching this while walking. Oh yeah, Charity. Thank you, Diary of a Lazy Runner. I'll be connecting with you. Pow pow. See you later. Teresa. See you tomorrow. Angie. Thank you all. It's been real.